Sonic the Hedgehog, a franchise that has dominated the video game industry for decades. The franchise that made games such as Sonic Unleashed or Generations, absolute masterpieces of games, and then made this. This better be interesting. So in this video, I'll be looking over 3 Sonic mobile games and giving my thoughts about them. Alright, let's start with Sonic Dash. This is a mobile game in which you can play offline and calls itself an endless runner game. I've seen a few of those before. Essentially, the main gimmick of this game is to just run forward, collect rings and other collectibles. Let me explain what the collectibles are. First, the rings. They are very common while playing the game and can be used to charge up your dash. Also, every time you complete a lap, meaning you hit the springs, the rings get collected. And the more you go on the springs, you get double, triple, quadruple, etc. the amount of rings you collect them. You can use these rings to upgrade your character as long as you have enough cards for them. Red Star Rings. As far as I know, you use these mostly for reviving after losing or getting an extra spin on the wheel. That's it, but it's not really that valuable. Gems are used to finish rebuilding each zone. When you finish rebuilding a zone, you get to unlock a character with all of the cards with it too, so you can immediately use it. That's it for the currency. Now for the actual gameplay. When you play the game, your character is able to do the following things. Move left or right, basically quick stepping, jump up and roll down, or just spin dashing, but not really. This is the same for all characters, which isn't really the case in the other games. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Now, when you reach the end of the lap, you'll see a few things. A question mark means that you get put in a random zone. An image of a zone usually corresponds to what the picture's like this thing over here is Green Hill, so you get put over there. All the levels have distinct designs, so you'll know what I mean. The arrow reversing means that you'll get put in the same level again. Now all of these things don't really do much. The level design of each zone is essentially the same. That is unless you see the boss zone. Either a picture of Eggman or Zavok will show on it. Why Zavok? That's so random. When you land back on the ground, you'll get put in a mini boss fight which just involves you dodging projectiles and jumping up and down. Both bosses are exactly the same, just reskinned. And honestly, these bosses I think you could arguably say are better than most of the Sonic Forces bosses. So that's what I think of Sonic Dash. Overall, this game is I mean, it is decently fun to play, but it does get a little repetitive after a while. It's not terrible, I would still willingly play, but it's just not at the top priority of games I will play. If I had to rate this, I would probably give this like a 6 out of 10. Also, just one more thing, isn't me or this game did change a lot? Like, when I was a kid, I could have sworn I had a Domino's mascot skin in this game. Is that just me? Okay, whatever, moving on. Oh god, it's Sonic Boom. You know, the only reason I haven't burned this game down to the ground is because the show exists and I think it's funny. The only reason I would burn it down to the ground is because all the Wii U versions of these games exist. But this is just another Sonic Dash ripoff. But still, Sonic looks weird. Sonic just feels off, I don't know, like something about him just feels very stiff, like the way he runs, I don't know. Well, this game is basically the same as Sonic Dash, but with a few changes to the gameplay. This thing over here, it brings you up to the sky once you touch it. Now, it's a little weird. You just move your phone screen with like motion controls to just go up and collect the orbs and rings in the sky. That's really the main new gimmick in this game. Oh yeah, there are also events in the games, but I remember playing this game when I was younger. I'm pretty sure these are the same events recycled over and over again. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I used to have Shadow from this. I grinded like crazy as like a 8-year-old me, but yeah, I don't know. This game is just really something else. Personally, if I had to rate this on my own, I'd probably give this like a 5 out of 10. The only reason being that I think it's worse than Sonic Dash 1 is first, the models, well, at least for Sonic, just looks kind of stiff, I don't know. Something just feels unnatural about it. Like the modded Sonic and the regular Sonic Dash just, I don't know, it just seems like it fits. But also, there's even less to do in this game since it's basically the same thing, but with less things to do. Since there's only like 7 characters in this game to unlock, While the other one is usually constantly getting updates, but this, I don't know. It's not bad again, but between Sonic Dash and Sonic Dash 2, I'd probably play Sonic Dash more. Also, no matter what level you're in, the same song plays over and over again. Well, with that miserable thing out of the way, let's get to Sonic Forces, the mobile edition. So this game actually takes a different approach to how you play. Instead of endlessly running, you run for about a minute against 3 other people. Depending on whether you got first, second, or third, or last place, you'll either get trophies or lose trophies, which is just a ranking system in this game. Doesn't really do much, but you just get to unlock more levels. But every season they reset, so it doesn't really matter. All the levels are just the same thing with different obstacles. Rings and Red Star rings are the same in this game, just use them to get more collectibles. But now there are these green gems you can use to get special characters. They are relatively new, but not really new. They've been out for a couple of months now, but they're just blocked by a paywall. So that's not fair, there is no normal way to get them. They're usually used to get special characters, the ones in green. But they're really not that special since there's always a new one released every week. Either that or they just re-release one. Also challenger characters, they're the same thing, but you can use chests to get them from beating them in rival battles like this. So with over 100 characters in the game, I definitely grew addicted to playing this. Like, I was grinding this crazy. And also, like, I just like the feeling of beating random strangers I've never met before and will probably never see in my life. Also, every character has different stats and abilities that affect your gameplay. Like right now you can see, I'm using Movie Sonic. These are his stats. Speed is how fast you can go at top speed. Acceleration is how fast you can reach top speed. And strength is how much you slow down after taking damage. The higher your stats, the better. But the thing with this game is that you can't change the stats. Whatever stats the characters have that they're released with, that's it. Also, their abilities are going to affect the gameplay, since you can use them to strategize how to attack your opponents. Of course, you could still level up the character though. All the characters have a max level of 16, usually just powering up their attacks or making their invincibility last stronger. Honestly though, rating this game, I'd probably give it like an 8 out of 10. Now it's a little biased because I grew really addicted to this game. Like I grinded it a lot. I don't know if I already said that. But yeah. Also, I'm not the only one who plays this game because I don't really see many people playing this game. And am I just playing against bots? Okay, one final thing. I could definitely say with full confidence that I had more fun playing this game than the actual Sonic Forces. That's crazy for this being a mobile game that's free. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have different thoughts about these games, please just tell me in the comments. Anyways, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time.